Hello, and thank you for joining us today.
Welcome back, everybody, to our channel. This is Reverend Duke and Jessica.
Yes, it's Reverend Duke and Jessica. We're a Nigerian an American couple. We've been married. We've been married for 13 years,
Yes.
and we are sharing some of the things that we have learned in the course of our marriage. So the last time we talked about tolerating nonsense. Today we're going to be looking at a vital point in marriage.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our last video.
And please make sure to go and watch it. Make sure to go and watch it. It's going to help you in a very big way.
Yeah.
So today we're looking at avoid over bloated expectation. Whether you're planning to get married or you're already in a marriage, over bloated expectation can lead to stress, disappointment, and poor decisions. And this is often fueled by perfectionism or a distorted view of a situation.
I really like that explanation.
So avoid over bloated expectations in your marriage, whether you're planning to get married or you are in marriage. So let's talk about that.
I really have so much to say about this. I actually don't really need much of an explanation of that over bloated expectation.
Right. All the long list before you get married, all of those things you're thinking about that, you want to live in such a beautiful, the place you want to live. Some people have a description of the kind of home they want to live in, high ceilings and all of that.
Okay, so what about that list that I had? I kept it in my wallet before we got married, and I prayed over it. I had, 20, 30 things on that list. You were lucky. You hit a lot of them.
I was looking at a list of someone who wanted to get married, and they came to me for counseling. I was a marriage counselor for a very long time, and he was a lady, and she has a list of how tall the guy should be, how much the guy should be earning, and this and that, how much the person should have in his account. The person should have a certain type of car, and all of that, and all of that, and all of that. So that's what we're talking about here. If you have over bloated expectations in your marriage, it's going to be trouble.
I think I was I don't want to say I was a victim, but I fell into that
trap.
Yeah, that's the phrase, isn't it? But it wasn't intentional. I think people had good intentions when they were advising us. But as a young woman, in college and just growing up, the saying was, write it down, make it clear, make your prayer points really clear. What are you looking for? Know what you're looking for. Know what you're not going to settle for. Less than this and. While I will say it's good to consider things, oftentimes I think that we, I've been around the block a few times now, studied a little bit, and what I've kind of learned, which surprised me, is that when you don't know about something, whenever I didn't know about something, I would have this grand idea, this sort of like unachievable or unattainable, overwhelming way of thinking about it. But then once I got into it, it became much more practical, much more down to earth.
Right.
So marriage was no different.
Absolutely.
Marriage fell into that same category.
Absolutely. I also had some of those things before I got married. I had, I'm going to get married. I'm going to take my wife. We're going to travel around the world, and not thinking of what it takes to travel around the world. It doesn't take money. You don't need money to travel, right? You just fly, right? So and we're going to live in this grand place and have this big life and everything. I have all of those things in my head before I got married. So when you get married, you have to learn, for you to be successful in your marriage, you have to learn to make your expectations practical. Make practical expectations.
I think one of the things that I see a lot of women talk about their desire for romance, their desire for love to be expressed in a certain way that, let's be honest, doesn't maybe come naturally to everyone. Maybe some men struggle with that, or don't understand it, or don't see the need for it. I heard somebody sharing a story the other day about how he was a Nigerian man that said, I told her I loved her when we got married. If I change my mind, I'll let her know. And this was like 20 years in, and the woman was complaining, like, he doesn't do anything for me. He doesn't tell me he loves me. And he's like, I love you. If there's any change in that situation, I'll let you know.
So, over bloated expectations in marriage can lead to stress. Because you're constantly checking on your expectations. You have those things on your head, that the picture of what you think your marriage should be, of what marriage is, and then you come with that high expectations into the marriage. So you're constantly getting stressed out because the expectations is not being met. It looks like it's being cut off, and
maybe they're not practical expectations.
Maybe they're not practical expectations, but you don't know that because you have that that's your picture of what a marriage should look like.
That's your expectation.
That's your expectation. So you go through stress, and you're getting through one disappointment and another. You're waiting for it to happen, for the thing to come to play. So you'll be getting disappointed because it's not coming to play. You're getting disappointed and disappointed, and you'll be unhappy in the marriage.
You have to really consider and allow God to show you maybe those things that that maybe it's not what you need to be holding on to.
Right.
Like what about what I really struggled with when we got married was I had this expectation that the wife is perfect, always has the house perfectly clean. I know a lot of women have this. I know I'm not alone in this, thinking every meal has to be perfectly healthy. Everything has to be planned in advance. There should never be any scrambling at the last minute to figure out what we're having for dinner. I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. And then when it's not like that, let's face it, coming home maybe after a hard day at work and there's actually too much on our plates. I don't have things planned in advance. And then what? Then my expectation is actually for myself at that point, not for necessarily for you. And maybe that expectation is actually not practical.
It can strain the marriage. Yes, it can cause a strain in the marriage. It can lead to unhappiness. While it's not wrong for you to plan things as a couple, but don't become a planner yourself. Don't have everything planned to the least, to the letter.
I think
that there's no room for flexibility.
I really like that. Would you just say that again?
Don't plan everything to the letter. That you have no room for flexibility. You plan everything that you've held yourself and your wife on a standard, on a very tight standard that doesn't give room for flexibility.
Something that's unachievable.
Yes, unrealistic.
Unrealistic. The story of Mary and Martha.
Right.
I Jesus was really clear that Martha was complaining. My sister, she's just sitting down. She's not helping do anything. And you guys are all here. Everybody needs to eat. Everybody's hungry. And you're just sitting there. And Jesus addressed kind of the bigger issue, the bigger elephant in the room, which was Martha's overbloated expectations. Even though it was from a good intention, a good mind.
A good mind.
Yeah.
So no matter how good the intention, no matter how good mind you have about the expectation, don't make it unrealistically high. We believe that God has a plan for you, and that you cannot walk alone. You have to walk with somebody, and it is God's plan that you are with your partner or that you're getting married. But you have to learn how to do it the godly way, and you have to understand what you're getting into. And we believe that by watching our video, that God is going to help you to live that happy marriage that you have wished and hoped to live.
That's right. And, we don't have it all figured out. We're just sharing openly and honestly from our own experience. And that's why you should subscribe to our channel. So that way you can
Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to our channel so you can reach others, and share so it can reach other people who need the video.
Also, feel free to send us a message. You can reach out to us on the contact details on our channel page, or just drop something in the comments. We do read every comment, and we reply, and we would really like to be in touch with you.
To hear from you. Yeah. So today's point, don't forget, avoid over bloated expectations.
It just leads to stress.
Disappointment.
And disappointment. Oh, my bad. Say that again then. It just leads to disappointment.
Yes. So watch out for the next video. Don't miss it. There's a lot for you to learn.
We'll see you then.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.